This is an example of doing an interactive notebook with instructional segment 2. Instructional segment 2 is all about heat and energy in their system. Students develop models of energy conservation within systems and the mechanism of heat flow. They relate macroscopic heat transport to atomic scale interactions of particles, which they will apply in later units to construct models of interactions between atoms. They can use evidence from the Earth's surface to infer the heat transfer processes at work in the planet's interior. So, in this lesson, the objective is to explain the concept of density, convection, conduction, and radiation, which later on um, can be used to explain IS3. So for vocabulary scores for density, the definition is that density is the quantity per unit volume. It's the unit area or unit length as mass of a substance per unit volume. So aluminum is said to have a low density um, for the sentence. So this is the illustration. One for a gas and one for a solid. When in higher density, the particles are packed together, like this one to the right, and the particles are tighter. They are packed together compared to the other one to the left, in which the particles are loosely packed. Okay, so the density is uh, lower. So we say that the right has or is denser than the one, okay, to its left. The next one now is about conduction. So conduction is the process by which heat or electricity is directly transmitted to a substance when there is a difference of temperature or of electrical potential between the adjoining regions without movement of the material. So as you can see, if you heat a pot right here and the source of heat is the stove, then you can see that there is transfer of heat through the pot and through the handle, which the hands can feel. Right here, the heat from the radiation made the handle hot, but this one should have been the heat from the heat due to conduction process made the handle hot. Now, with regard to convection, take a look at the circles right here. So the movement in which the fluid, which is hotter, which is at the bottom, tends to move to the top, and the colder one on the top moves at the bottom. So goes with the concept then liquid or fluids with higher density sink, and the one with lower density floats. Okay, and hot fluids, or in this case a liquid, okay, the one at the bottom which is heated up is hot, therefore it is less dense. So what happens to it? It floats, it goes up, and then when it reaches the top, it is now its coolest um, temperature. So now, because it's cold now, it will be heavier, or the density will be more, so it will now sink and the process goes on, okay, in a cycle. So this is now an example of radiation, okay, energy that comes from the source and travels through space at the speed of light. So see how radiation is. And of course, at the end, the students, okay, are to list whatever they have learned for the task in the day, which is to explain the concept of density, convection, conduction, and uh, radiation.